Hello, everyone, and welcome to this midweek message here on August 10th. Um, uh, this is Salem Lutheran Church, and I'm Pastor Aaron Holmgren. Hope you're doing well. A couple of announcements as we look at the month of August. We are collecting items for Moreland Elementary School for back to school supplies. That collection is going to go through August 25th, and the big thing they're looking for is headphones with over the ear headphones, not earbuds, with cords. And so you can look for it in the Dollar Tree. Target has some heyday options that is their off brand of those things. But those headphones are the biggest thing, as well as dry erase markers, notebooks, pencil sharpeners and covers, crayons, and the like. But those are the top 5 items. Something else that's happening pretty soon, August 13th, Owls is meeting here talking about the healthy brain. Can your brain span match your lifespan? So that's coming up. We also have our joint outdoor worship service happening August 18th at Marthaler Park. It's going to be with St. Stephen's, and it's just going to be a great time kind of celebrating the different things celebrating the body of Christ in West St. Paul. In a public space, kind of in a place that is reopening to the public because it's a newly renovated picnic area, so you get to kind of see a new park area. But it should be a great time, and the three of us pastors are going to do kind of a question answer session, casual conversation style for the sermon. It will be timed so we don't talk too long, but it should be a really unique way of hearing multiple perspectives on this bread of life text that we are working our way through over these over these 4 weeks of the bread of life in John chapter 6. So, joint worship service August 18th. Bring lawn chairs if you don't like picnic benches. Bring sunscreen if the sun gets on you. There is some shade. And then think about carpooling if you can, because there are limited parking spaces up close towards the picnic shelter. Also, there's going to be a pop-up choir. Everyone is invited to the pop-up choir. That's they're going to be meeting at 8:30 ahead of the worship service to rehearse the one song that will be sung by anyone. Again, that's volunteer pop-up choir for both congregations. August 18th. We also have bingo night coming up at the end of August. I want to put that on your radar as well. And newborn kits. We are collecting items for that, for God's Work Our Hands, which is coming up sooner than you think. Beyond that, I wanted to talk, tomorrow night, as well as the next couple Thursday nights, we're still doing our Salem Summer Adventures. A huge thank you to everyone who participated and helped out at National Night Out, Night to Unite. It was a great evening of fun and fellowship. And just a reminder that if you brought kids or if you saw kids there, we have that Salem Summer Adventures Thursday nights. And I think this one, this Thursday, is going to be Waterworks. So you might want to wear a swimsuit for that. Have your kids wear a swimsuit for that. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is the solar project thing. We're in an informal stage. The stewardship committee is focusing on creation care this year, and so that is an emphasis on going solar. Is something we wanted to explore in the year of 2024. And so they brought that to the Properties and Operations, and Operations and the Stewardship Committee have been meeting with an individual from Minnesota Interfaith Light and Power, and his name is Buff Grace. And he has worked with these two committees to get a proposal made by Apodema, which is a Apodema Apod, Apodana Energy. My goodness. And so we have that, and that is where we're at. We're still in the conversation phase. Is this something that we as Salem want to consider and look into? And if so, what will it entail? So we had our introductory. We're bringing this conversation into the congregation. We had that last week at the Adult Forum. This Sunday at the Adult Forum, Buff Grace will be here to answer more of like the nitty gritty questions that I have no clue on, and I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. So this is a project that we're interested in. The Properties and Operations and Stewardship have done their research, and we're now moving into that conversation phase with the congregation. So if you have any sort of questions whatsoever about what this project entails, what it'll cost us, what kind of panels, where are the panels made, all those kind of things, bring it on Sunday. We want all questions answered that are possible to be answered, and we want all concerns and excitement acknowledged within this conversation phase. So that's this Sunday for the Adult Forum. Attached to the email, if you're getting this video through our email blast, includes Buff Grace's initial PowerPoint to the committees that he presented. My PowerPoint given last Sunday with a couple quotations from our Care for Creation statement through the ELCA, as well as a couple other things. And then a scan of this company's quote for our building to look over. And so that way you can inform yourself, you can look into these things and come with your informed questions on Sunday. It's already 7 minutes into this video. What I want to reflect on is continuing with this theme of conversation and solar. Whenever big projects or just projects in general, whenever something comes up in a congregation, we hear things differently. And I'm sure that there are some of you who are very excited about this, and some of you who are extremely skeptical. And that's to be expected within a congregation that has multiple people. And so I was just chatting with one of our congregation members in a visit, and he brought up this beautiful metaphor on context and how words are heard. And it wasn't about this conversation at all, but I think it applies. He talked about how if someone lives on the coast and they hear the word danger, they will run up to higher ground. If someone lives on the mountains and they hear the word danger, they will run down to the coast. Same word heard in two different ways, creating two opposite reactions. If you hear solar, if you hear major money project, or if you hear incredible environmental opportunity, all these kind of things from solar project, I want you to consider the context in which we're discussing this, still pretty informal, and the ways in which this is informed by our faith, and what do you bring to the table of the conversation that we're going to have together as we move forward, considering this project of stewardship and building, and as well as this theological care for creation. So that's all on the table. Like I said, the documents are in the email, and we have Buff Grace coming on Sunday. So let's prayerfully consider this project and keep talking about it until we figure out what we as Salem want to do. With that, blessings on your day.